Hey everybody, Rick here. Time for a garden update. A lot of different changes, but not really. I'll start where I normally start, over in this corner. So we'll start here with the Brussels sprouts. So I went ahead and probably about every week or two, I go ahead and keep trimming the bottom leaves, and as you can see, these plants are really growing really well. So this is probably just over 2.5, pushing 3 feet. Actually, it's probably 3 feet by now. Um, but with it being so warm, everything's just kind of a leaf on the front because it's getting so much sun, and then on the back side they're looking more a little tighter. But the bottoms, I mean, they're just really flaring out big time. So we've been getting a bunch of rain here lately, and I got little mushrooms that pop up everywhere over here. I just leave them and let them rot back into the ground and just let that use as compost. So I got a little bit of weeding to do over here. So I think this is, I mentioned last video I was going to harvest this stuff. I never got around to it because I've been busy doing other stuff here in the garden. But my turnip greens is going to be, I think I'm going to make this the last cutting, and then I will possibly replant it in the fall. I'm not sure. I got a lot in my freezer right now, and I've been giving some away. So I don't really have the freezer space for it, but we'll see if I replant it or not, or even if I just cut it. So still nothing here, just a bunch of weeds right now. And this is my mustard plant, mustard green plant, and its seeds are just about ready. So I think I'm gonna pull that joker on out the ground and start the harvesting seeds. So last video I mentioned this area. Let's go ahead and talk about it right now. I got this from a YouTube friend, and this is called comfrey. Now, if you know anything about comfrey, it is a natural fertilizer for your garden. And I've been watching a lot of YouTube videos on this stuff here, and it has a lot of different benefits and uses for it. Some people they use it for wounds, and it helps a wound heal a lot faster, almost to the point where you don't have a scar if you get it on there quick enough. But there are 6 plants in here. I planted 12 roots altogether, and these 6, 3 on this side and 3 on this side, popped up. Where I have these popsicle sticks, there are some roots down there. They haven't shown up yet, but I'll leave them in the ground and we'll see if they actually show. I have 6 more on the side of my house, and one of those actually popped up as well. So I have 7 plants altogether. And with comfrey, it's really easy to propagate and to make other comfrey plants out of it. So all you really need is one, and then you can start propagating, and you can have as many as you want. So this is probably going to be its permanent bed for this one. For next season, I'll do something different as far as this area in the bed, but we shall see. So, okay, my Brussels here, looking really good. My eggplant, that joker is really starting to pop pretty nice. So I got a lot of ants that love hanging around on all my eggplants, and it's always been that way. So don't have any eggplant fruit forming just yet, but it'll come in due time. So stevia, haven't done anything with these 2 right here, but I may go ahead and cut those on back here. I'm not sure. So garlic, still in his bed. Actually, I had one that started to show up. I don't see. Oh, there it is. But it looked like it's starting to die. So again, it's a little early. That's either a cucamelon or a cucumber. Go figure. My transplant of a mortgage lifter tomato is starting to put on some little tomatoes on there. So I just water this one. I don't really do too much with it. And then that little super I have next to it. My yarrow, still going really good. And my shallots are doing excellent. So it's actually Pretty amazing on those. Mugwort has gone crazy, so I'm start cutting some of this stuff back and drying it and using it for tea and stuff like that. And then here's my toothache plant, starting to get some little bitty bulbs on it. So I had one on it that I picked probably about 4 or 5 days ago and chewed on it. And just like all the videos say, mouth went really numb, saliva started rolling. It was actually a fun plant to chew on. So got a lot of little bitty bulbs getting ready to come out on that one here. Peppers are doing great. These are my Anaheims on this side here. I harvested some last weekend. So it's what's the day? Today is Tuesday. No, but not last weekend, a few days ago, on Saturday. And cut them open, scraped the seeds out, stuffed them with pepper jack cheese, put them on the grill. Delicious. So these are the ones that I had topped several times, and each plant has several, I mean just a bunch of peppers on them. So I picked 14 of them the other day, and there's probably a good 30-40 Anaheims on these 4 plants. How many I have in there? Yeah, I have 4 plants in there, and there's probably a good 40 possibly more Anaheims on there. So over here is my bell peppers, and see I got a little bell forming right there. So these are all different colors. This one's orange, this one's red, this one's yellow, and this one is purple. So not seeing much on anything other than my red one, which is that big joker there, and my yellow one, which it's a little bitty one forming right there. So mild jalapenos, got a bunch of them on there, and my sweet peppers, my banana peppers, there's a few there. I got a million of them in the front, on my front garden. So we'll have plenty of peppers. So here's the stevia that I have been harvesting off of. So I cut all the leaves, the branches, the stems off of these 2 here, and I left 2 of them, and I've just been picking the leaves off of that. And then I cut this one all the way back, and it's really starting to get bushy again. Sage, I think I picked that last video or the video before, and it's starting to come on back now as well. Perpetual spinach, almost time to pick again. So my wife cooked up some. Oh my goodness, this stuff was delicious, absolutely amazing. Okra is struggling, and there is a good reason for that, because the corn in the background is shading it, besides this big tree right here that is shaded also. So this time last year I was actually picking okra, and this stuff isn't even nowhere near ready. So hopefully we'll keep some hot weather for a while. And my corn, nice tassels all over the place, and got some really thin corn on just about everything as well. So we'll see how all of that works. So because corn's so really inexpensive to buy from like the local farmers and things like that, I just keep a small crop more for ornamental reason. But just being a person that likes to grow their own, it's kind of fun for that one there. So I didn't thin it out quite as much as I should have, but I got that Texas weave on that one, and I haven't had any problems of it blowing over anymore. Cucumbers are silly. So remember my empty trellis? This joker is just climbing and climbing and climbing. I've probably picked maybe 100 cucumbers already, and they are still going strong. So the SMR 58s, I just picked them yesterday, so there isn't a lot over here yet. But yeah, got some hanging here, got some that are way past due down there. So there's a bunch here, and then my straight eights on the other side, which is what I actually enjoy eating. They don't have any kind of bitterness whatsoever, whereas the SMR 58s, the bitterness is hit or miss. So but yeah, these guys get really, really big. So there's one there, one here. That's probably ready to pick as well. But I'm out of room, so I need to start making pickles. But we're going to be going on vacation soon, so I'm not sure when I'm gonna have time to do that. So here are my zucchini. I had 2 zucchini and 2 squash. Had to pull up all the zucchini because the squash borers got me. They were hiding really good, and by the time I found them, it was too late, and my plants were done. So we had a really bad hailstorm that came through probably a day or two after my last video, and it really tore up a lot of the leaves. Let me see if that looked like the sun's pretty much fixed everything. Here's one. So this isn't bug damage, that's hail damage. And that's how all my leaves looked for a while. My garden looked horrible. And thanks to Mother Nature, though, in the sun, that fixed it. So I still have 1 squash plant left, and I stood it up just so I can get a better view of it, underside of it. And that's 1 big squash right there. This is actually 2 of them that is fused together. So I call that my space shuttle squash. So you know how the space shuttle gets carried on one of the big airplanes when it gets transferred back to like Kennedy Space Center or Houston or something like that. So I'm gonna go ahead and harvest that one there. Let me see here, my other small tomato plant that I put in a bucket. I don't even remember the name of that one. So, but it's going there. And the tomatoes, they are winning. So got a lot of them, and got some of them that are actually just about ready now. So got some turning red there, and a lot of the plants are really full. So the wind or that hailstorm broke a few branches, and I was hoping to save this one here, but I didn't or can't. So I'm gonna go ahead and snip this one right here where it actually broke over right there, and that one's actually dead. But I have a sucker coming in right here, and I'm just gonna let that one continue to grow, and I'll use that one to climb on up my twine there. So beans, I've been picking these jokers like crazy, and I got a lot of new flowers coming in there. So I don't think I probably have any beans, as I just picked them not too long ago. But got a lot of new flowers coming in, so that will continue some beans. And actually I planted some more beans over here probably 3 days ago in this big empty row where I had my lettuce. So I'll just continue to pick those as well. Look how big this Roma is. This joker is massive. That's my thumb. That's my hand, and that one is just huge. And then I got some that are actually ready as well. My sweet 100s, some of them are turning. My lemon boy on this side and indigo rose on that side. So a lot of tomatoes, so it's turning out to be really good as far as that goes there. My strawberries are going absolutely nuts, so I need to come on out and harvest these here. So I was gonna plant 100 of them this year. I'm kind of glad I didn't, because I don't think I had the time to keep up with them. So my daughter, she loves them, and she loves picking them, so that helps out greatly. This is one I did the video on last time. These are my pine berries that I strapped on my Jiffy peat pellets to and turned them into peat pods. And those things are, I lost a few because we've been having some heavy winds, but a lot of them are still hanging there. So my other strawberries need to come out and get them. My ginger is doing great. So this is a pot that I'll probably be able to take inside there. This is 1 cucamelon plant, just 1. And this is how wide this joker is spread. I need to get it propped up, but my other one's doing so well. I'm just kind of interested to see what happens there. My collard greens, I came and harvested those a few days ago and got them looking all uniformed and pretty again. I saw something really neat this morning. All these little bitty holes that I have in the ground, those are red, or what they call them, digger wasp. I asked a question on one of the Facebook groups I'm in, and they're called digger wasp. And they're not really aggressive, and I got to reading on them, and these guys eat tomato hornworms and all your bad green caterpillars. So there's 5 of them that live around here or in this bed. And I just left them, and I saw something really neat about 10 minutes ago. I didn't have a chance to get my camera out. But one of them pulled a katydid. I mean, the joker was twice as big as he was, and he dragged him on down into that hole right there. I don't think we can see him because those holes are really deep. But yeah, he caught a katydid. I was like, huh, very neat. Okay, Swiss chard. About time to come harvest this stuff again. So that is doing really good, and I'm just so amazed by Swiss chard. My broccoli, I had cut the stuff way back, cut some of the, or thinned them out rather, and then thinned out some of the leaves, and these jokers came back really strong. I was gonna pull all this stuff up, but I'm still getting a bunch of side shoots. So I harvested them yesterday, so there's not really much to see right now, but yeah, I'm just getting a million side shoots off of this, and I thought I wouldn't get much this year because of the heat, but these jokers are still going really good. So I will take it. My dinosaur kale, time to come harvest this stuff again. So the stuff is, again, I talk about it in previous videos. I am just absolutely surprised by it and how amazing it is. My purple hull peas, the ones my daughter planted, starting to get some pea pods now. So those will keep on maturing and turn purple. So I got this string trellis here, but that don't seem to be helping much because these jokers really didn't vine like I thought they would. They're more of a bush style. So they'll be fine just the way they are in that area there. All right, my cucamelons. We are starting to get some. That's what they look like right there. And those 2 are actually ready. So, and there's a bunch of just really small ones all over this joker here. So I ate one yesterday, and those things are, oh my God, they're so great. They are amazing. My melons, the rain is really helping them out, but I got them really crowded in this bed, so they seem to be struggling growing a little bit. So that's a sugar baby right there. That's a Jubilee down there on the ground. There's another one in the back over there, and I haven't really climbed back there to see if there's anything else hidden, but I'm just gonna give it a dose of compost tea later this week and see if we can pick up the growth some there. My yard beans, these things are growing like crazy. I picked them 2 days ago, and this is the growth between now and then. So I need to come out and get these because these are almost overdone. But yeah, they're all over the place. So on the ground, hanging here. So these will probably be ready in 2 days. And I mean, the things are just growing absolutely amazing. So gold yard beans. I know I'll be planting these again next year. So I'll probably let 3 or 4 pods go to seed and see if I can just grow them from there. And this is my other neglected strawberry plant that I really just leave for the squirrels now. So since they can't get to my other ones anymore, it looked like they actually got one. I had a berry. Oh no, that's it right there. Yeah, that's a red berry. So squirrels run up and down this fence line because I got an apple tree over here. And let's go look at the apple tree. Apples have gotten huge, so I've been treating this stuff with BT and caterpillar killer because previous years I get just about all my apples got like bug holes or worm holes in them, but they're looking really good this year. So I've been treating this one for the first time ever. I mean, the tree is just well established when we moved here, so just pruning and stuff like that. But yeah, all kind of apples on it. And let me see here. I think that is about it. So tomatoes are just about ready, and I'll start harvesting those here soon, and we'll eat a few, and I'll make some salsa and things like that. So the garden's doing really good. So actually, let's go to the front, and I'll show you that one as well. So hang on one second. All right, this is the side of my house here where everything else kind of goes really neat. So this is an area that I had, now that's so deadly right there. An area I had that I put some more comfrey, and this is the only one that's popped up so far. So I got all these popsicle sticks. and probably just the area that it's placed in, but I just kind of ran out of room, so I'll let that one continue to grow there. Some more yarrow. This is a watermelon that I just extra watermelon I had, and I'm just kind of letting it run all upside the house. And I also have a pumpkin in there as well, so all the flowers are really opened up there, and it's doing good. Some of my herbs, this is lemon catnip. I'm gonna come out and harvest some of this stuff probably later in the week as well and dry it for my little herb cans that I have here. Climbing over the pumpkins and the watermelons, climbing over catnip, just regular catnip. That's lemon catnip. What did I say that was? Well, that's lemon catnip if I didn't have a short attention span. This is regular catnip, and this is a bee balm plant that I have in front here. And this here is lemon balm that I've done a big harvest on and dried and done really good. So I have a bunch of that for tea. Actually, all that stuff, all the catnips and the lemon balm is for tea, and this stuff right here, this is my mint. So gotten crazy. So I've harvested so much mint, I don't really have much room for it anymore. So I'm gonna come on back, I'll harvest what I can, and then cut the rest of it back for next year, but chances are it's gonna come right on back because it's still warm outside. This one got a lot of wind damage and hail damage, but that's also another pumpkin that I didn't have any room in the back for, but it's still alive though. So I still got flowers opening on it everywhere, so haven't seen any pumpkin yet. And then my watermelon, it decided it wanted to take over my flower bed, and I let it. So these are a perennial flower. I don't know what they're called. Just something I found at Walmart and just threw them in the ground because they were cheap. But yeah, my watermelon's taking over big time. But here's all my banana peppers. I mean, these are all banana peppers right here. And there are a lot of them. And they're just taking over. I didn't top these at all, but I have 6 plants in here, and I just come out and munch on these jokers here. My lavender, I went ahead and cut that on back, harvested that, dried it, and have some for lavender tea and just various other things to use with lavender. Another Brussels sprout plant that I have up here. I've been keeping that cut back. And then I have some peach basil. There's 2 plants here. There's one there, and there's one actually covered by the watermelon, but haven't done anything with it yet either, and I'll figure that one out there. And then I have my big elephant ears. So I've always kept these guys in pots, and that's kind of kept them at bay for their size, but I put this one in the raised bed, and these leaves have gotten huge, and just absolutely huge. So I'll always keep elephant ears around, but I hadn't any plans to do anything with this area this season other than some flowers, but it makes out pretty decent for just extra plants. And as you can see, they done really taken over. So this is my marigolds, and I put a few out. I kind of just lost track of my front flower bed, and I'll really focus on it next season. But yeah, these is all flowers. I've always grown marigolds in here. And that is a blueberry bush. It had a bunch of blueberries on it at one time, but the birds seem to love them. And I didn't put a net over this one. Still my first year growing blueberries, so I'll know what to do for next year as far as keeping them protected. So, and I like to probably add 3 or 4 blueberries to it as well. Anyway, that's the garden, guys. So everything is doing really well this season, and we'll just continue to keep it going that way. So, all right, guys, thanks for watching, and we'll see you next video. Okay, bye.